Hello and welcome to episode 104 of the She Must Knit podcast. My name is Erin and thank you so much for spending some of your time with me today. Alright guys, I'm going to be completely honest, I don't know how well this is going to go. Just as I was about to sit down, I was like, okay, Kira's sleeping, Avery's busy playing on the computer, Dennis is outside doing yard work, I'm going to sit down and try and record an episode. The baby woke up. So I went out and told Dennis, I was like, no, I'm going to have to wait till later. He's like, oh, I'll take her. So he's sitting outside on the deck right now with her. And I warned him. I'm like, she's got about 10-15 minutes before she melts down and needs to go down for another nap. I'm like, I'm not going to have enough time. He's like, oh, I'll worry about it. You just go. So I don't know how this is going to work. And as soon as I sat down, Mr. T joined me. I have a feeling that this is going to be a bit of a poop show, but we'll see. We'll see if I can get through this. I actually have quite a bit to talk about today. Not just knitting, but I have some updates. I have the monthly winner. I want to update my bingo. We'll see if we get through it all, or I might have to either split it into two parts, or I might just have to scrap this whole thing and try another day. But we'll see. Let's go. So, first of all, how has your week or two been? I think it's been about 10 days, maybe 2 weeks since I last recorded. Things are going really well here. School is officially over, even though really did it feel any different? I have felt no difference. Usually the last day of the school year is kind of like this big thing. Avery's going to be home for the summer. And yeah, this time it was just like, okay, we don't have to log online and do schoolwork anymore. Her teacher actually had a really cool activity for the last week of school. They went on a class trip to Wonderland virtually, and they went on the rides online, and they also had to do all these different activities throughout the week that used different skills that they had been learning. So they had to use math to figure out how much money they needed for tickets, depending on how many people were going. They needed to figure out maps, like how they were going to get to Wonderland and which was the quickest route and by how many kilometers. They had to use for lunch, how much money they were going to use and how much would be left over, and they had to show that with little money pictures that they had to kind of move around. So it was actually really cool. And then at the end, Avery had to design her own ride using whatever medium she wanted, and then we had to post a picture of that. So we actually had quite a bit of fun with that. But now, yeah, we're in summer vacation and we can't go to any parks because they're still closed. I've heard splash pads are open. Might check that out this week. I also have to go out this week and get her a bike. It's just, yeah. Basically, we've been trying to fill our days with crafts and getting outside when we can. But I hope you guys have had a good 2 weeks. I hope you've got lots of knitting done. I feel like I've been pretty productive. Kira's been having some really nice naps, so I've been getting a little bit more time. And she also really likes being outside. So if we go outside for maybe 30 minutes, I can usually get a little bit of knitting in there too. So what do I have for you today? Like I said, I have the monthly winner for June, and then I have a finished object, and I have, I think, 2 works in progress. One of them you've seen, and one of them is new. So I am going to start with the monthly winner. If you are new, what I like to do is take all the comments posted on any of the videos during any given month, and each of those comments count as an entry, as well as any item purchased in my shop counts as an entry. I take those entries at the end of the month, or closest to the end of the month, the way scheduling is going right now, and I draw from them with a random number generator, and the winner gets a $20 coupon to use in my shop as my way of saying thank you. So I did the random draw, and the winner this month for June is Donna Welch. So congratulations, Donna. I know you watch pretty much every episode. I know you comment on most episodes. So you are the winner. Contact me either through Ravelry or Instagram, whatever way is easiest, through email. There is a place on my website for contacting through email, but I'm pretty sure you know how to contact me otherwise, and I will get that set up for you. So let's start with my finished object, and that of course is my June Desert Vista Dye Works socks. And I finished these, I think last time I showed them to you, I don't know where I was probably on the second sock at some point, and I was hoping that, I was pretty confident that I was going to finish on time, but again, you never know. I don't know what my days are going to be like. So sometimes I get to knit quite a bit during the day, sometimes I don't get to knit at all. But I did finish these on the last day of the month, and it wasn't as late of a finish as May. May I went to 1:30 in the morning, which is still within the time frame because the deadline is midnight Arizona time. For these socks, I was finished about 10:30 at night my time. So a comfortable finish. It wasn't too late. I didn't have to stay up too late, and I was able to take pictures and post them everywhere, and it was fine. So these are my socks, and they are actually matching. I think they match pretty much exactly all the way, even through the heel, even the toe. I think I was able to get them to line up perfectly. If you've been watching for a while, you know often I will like to rewind the cake for my second sock, but when I finished the first sock, if you saw just now, I finished on this dark purple stripe. The next color, the very next color, was where I start the cuff, so I figured I would just keep going and make them matching socks. And like I said, everything lined up and they are perfectly matching. This is the colorway Pacific Sunset. I love this color. These are the kind of colors that I just love together. I love oranges and sunsetty colors with purples and stuff like that. So these are for me. I made them using my regular vanilla sock that I like to do. I don't think I've mentioned this in a while, but I like to use 2mm needles, and I like the Chiagu mini twists. Since I started using those are just my preferred needle. I love working on them so much. So I use 2mm needles because I like a really tight fabric, and because of that I do tend to cast on more for my socks than most people do. So for myself, I cast on 81 stitches. I do the 2x1 rib, and then I just do plain vanilla. I do the triangle shaped heel that I like to do, where you're just increasing at the back here. It makes this little triangle shape at the back. I do like to do reverse stockinette in that section because it makes it really easy for me to see where my increases should be. I do decrease the leg stitches in this area as well to get down to about 70 stitches, so that I'm doing 70 stitches for the foot. I like a tighter foot and a bit of a looser leg. So I finished these just in time. I was able to post my pictures, and I qualified for the 6-month prize. I got that email this week, and I sent right away. I think last episode I mentioned I already knew which color I wanted, and so I responded to her email right away with the color, and it is going to be a couple months before that arrives, but I can't wait. I'm so excited that I made it 6 months so far, so hopefully I'll be able to complete the next 6 months as well. So why don't we go right into my next work in progress, which is my new cast on, which is my July socks. Now July is my birthday month, so I really wanted to pick a skein out that was going to be for me. Even though I just knit the June socks for myself, I can have 2 pairs of socks in a row, right? Nothing wrong with that. So I wanted a skein that would be for me, and I wanted one that was just going to be, it's going to be really fun and enjoyable to knit. And I did end up posting on Instagram with a bunch of options, and if you follow me on there and if you voted, then you guys helped me pick my skein for July. So this is the cake here. The colorway is called Story Bridge, and I think this is going to be a really fun pair of socks. I love these bright colors. And so far I have the cuff done. So basically the same as the last pair, 81 stitches, 2x1 rib for the cuff. I like to kind of follow the striping pattern of the yarn to determine my lengths of things. So for the cuff, I started with this kind of turquoisey blue, and I'll just knit the rib until I get back to that turquoisey blue, and that's just kind of the length of my cuff. And then for the leg, you can see I started with this golden yellow, and I'm going to knit 1 full repeat until I get back to that golden yellow, and then that's when I'm going to start my heel increases. I'll work through the heel increases, and after that I just knit whatever way it comes. But after I join back in the round, I do 50 rows for my foot, and then I add my toe. So for the leg part, I like to kind of go by the stripe repeats, and that just makes it really easy for the second sock as well, because if I do decide to reverse my stripes, I know I'm just doing the same thing for the cuff and for the leg, and it just makes them the same length, and it's really easy to keep track with going by the stripes. I don't have to measure. So this is what I have so far for my July socks. I have the cuff done, and I'm really enjoying that. So I have left those upstairs because it's early in the month. I have left them upstairs right now as my kind of nighttime putting the baby down, knitting. If we get towards the end of the month and I'm not where I want to be on them, I might bring them down for bringing outside and working on in different places just to put a little bit more work in them. But for now, they are upstairs because I am working on another project kind of during the day. And that brings me to my next work in progress. You saw this last time. It is the Wonder Woman tutu top that I am making for my friend's little girl. I'm using the pattern Tutu Top by Frogginette Designs, and I have modified the colors to kind of look like Wonder Woman's outfit. So when I showed it to you last, I had cast on, and I think I had either just taken off the sleeves or I was almost at the point where I was taking off the sleeves. I don't remember, but I was up in this area here, and then I have since finished the entire body. I've done the welt in the dark gold, and I have started the skirt in the sparkly blue. I did mention last time that I didn't have that blue yarn yet. I was hoping to order it from Yarn Canada. Several weeks ago when I did that kind of yarn haul, I had clicked on email me when back in stock because the blue was out of stock. And I had said last time that I hadn't got a notification and that I should go on the website and check it out. And well, it was back in stock. So either the notification went to my junk and I never saw it, or that feature didn't work for some reason at this time. But I went back online and they did have it. So I ordered 2 balls, and then I might have snuck in a few other skeins, because really, can you order 2 balls? Can you order just 2 balls when you place an online order? I don't think so. I can't. So I did sneak in a few other things, and one of them is for a project that is on my bingo card. So that's allowable. But yeah, so I got the 2 balls of the sparkly blue, and that is what I'm working on right now. And oh my goodness, this section is just taking forever. Basically, after you're done this welt, you increase the stitches, you double them, so you knit front and back for every stitch. And these rows seem to take forever. And I realize it's because there's just a ton of stitches. When I first started doing the skirt part, I was like, why did I order 2 balls? 1 ball is going to be enough. No. I am almost done the first ball. It's getting kind of, floppy. And you can see this is definitely not like long enough to be a proper skirt yet. I don't want a really long full skirt, but I want it to be longer than this. So because of all those stitches, I am glad that I ordered the 2 balls, and I think it's going to be really, really cute. Once I'm done the skirt, I don't think the arms are going to take very long at all. I do have plans. There's one button at the back to kind of close the neck, and I'm planning on making kind of a Wonder Woman logo button out of polymer clay. I think that'll be really cute. And then hopefully I can put a little box together and get it ready for my friend's daughter. Now, they were over yesterday. They brought over a baby glider thing that they no longer needed, and obviously I didn't have it ready for them then. I didn't even mention it to my friends, so hopefully when I finish it, it'll just be a nice surprise. Maybe we can either go over there, or like I said, I will mail it to them. So that's basically all I've been working on so far in terms of my knitting. So I thought we could do some little updates. I have my monthly update, and then I also wanted to do a bingo update. So first, for the monthly update, I did not give myself a lot of goals in June, just because I think the last time I recorded, we were basically halfway through the month anyway. And I'm kind of doing that with July. I did give myself a little bit more because it is a longer month, and I do feel like I have a little bit more mojo this month. I've been getting a little bit more knitting time, but we'll see if I end up completing them. So my June goals were to finish my June DVD socks, which I did. I wanted to finish the tutu top. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do that, and I didn't, but I feel really good with the progress that I've made. And then I wanted to start the sleeves on that darn Cumulus sweater, and I did not do that. I still have not touched that sweater. Oh my goodness. I need to get back to that. I really don't think the sleeves are going to take me very long, and it would finish a square on my bingo card. So I don't know what is keeping me. I know I said last time I just needed to get some needles on those stitches so that I could just work on it. I never did that, and I know that's the problem. So maybe after I'm done this, or maybe maybe when Kira goes down for her next nap today, I will make a point of sitting down and getting some needles on those darn sleeves, because really those should get done. So those were my only goals for June. And then for July, I want to finish my July DVD socks. Hopefully that won't be a problem. I want to finish the tutu top. I don't think that will be a problem. I want to finish the Cumulus, and I know this is a big goal just because of how long it's taken me to get back to that thing, but the sleeves should not take me very long, especially since I'm going to do them 3/4. So I'm giving myself the goal to finish it. We'll see. And then I also want to start the Callaway sweater. This is something, honestly, if I don't get to this, I'm okay with it. A while back, I posted a whole bunch of pictures of all the knits that I've made for Avery over the years, and one of my friends who has moved away to another city, she has a daughter the same age as Avery, which is how we met because they were in the same class together for a year or two, I think. But basically, she was like, "Oh, do you know, knit on request?" And I was just like, "I knit on request for people I like, winky face." Like, basically, she's a friend of mine, so I don't mind. And she just got a brand new baby nephew in the last month, and she asked me if I could make a sweater for him to maybe give to him for Christmas. And I was like, "That's lots of time. That's fine. I don't mind doing that at all." And I have yarn that would work for what she wanted. So I sent her some pictures of possible designs, and she picked the Callaway, and I have yarn that will be perfect for it that's been sitting in my stash forever. So it will all work out really well. So I don't want to leave it too late. Like, I don't want to be rushing in October, November, December to get that done for her. So I was like, you know what, let's just get that started. I can kind of work on it over the summer as I can, and then hopefully for the fall it will be all done, and then I can get it to her somehow. So I would like to get that cast on as my final goal for July. So now let's do my bingo update. I think I'm going to scooch over so that I can insert some images of my bingo card and you can see how I've been progressing. So first I'm going to pop in a picture of my card the way it looked the last time that you saw it so that you can see what I have added. Since then I have been able to mark off 2 more squares. So now I'm going to pop in my current card and we're going to just chat about it row by row. So I'm going to be looking down at the tablet if you see any light radiating up, and if I'm looking down, obviously. So let's start at the top. Okay, so I already had the baby knee socks done. I don't think I've made any progress on that first row. But going down to the next row, I did add the box where I completed months 4 to 6 of the DVD challenge, so that was added. I don't think I've added anything else for the rest of that row. The light box, I'm hoping to start Kira's light box sometime during the summer because I know I'm going to need more time to make Avery's. So hopefully that row will give me a bingo within the next, hopefully maybe by the fall, maybe, we'll see. Going down the next row, complete adult garment. I could get that box too if I finish the cumulus, so I really just need to finish that thing. Cross stitch project, I still know what I want to make, I just haven't started it. And then I don't think, I didn't add anything else to that row. So going down to the next row, this is the other box that I added. I added make at least 4 pairs of gift socks. So when I finished that May DVD pair for my friend, that allowed me to check off this box as done. I haven't made any other progress for the other squares. However, I did mention last month that June was the opportunity, if you were participating in the Crafty Bingo Challenge, to change up some of your squares if you wanted, and I did take that opportunity and I switched up 2 squares. So in this row that I just talked about and the next row are where I made my changes. I took out one of the boxes that was use 5 patterns that I have already acquired before this year. I already have one of those. My goal was to have 10 patterns total, but I think I'm going to be happy with just trying to get through 5, and if I get any more than that, then great, that's a bonus. So I took out the second square of that and I inserted spin a skein of yarn. I just want to complete 1 skein of yarn. I haven't spun since like last fall, I think. So I just want to complete a skein of yarn and that will be good for me. That's what I changed that goal to. And then the other one that I changed down on the bottom row, in the middle there, the middle square, was finish a piece of pottery. And my intention for that was last summer, Avery and I went to a place called Crockadoodle and we had a lot of fun. You might have remembered we showed the pieces we made, and I wanted to do that again this summer. Well, with everything the way it is, they might be open to the public now, I'm not sure, but I just didn't want to bank on that. And I know they're doing home kits where you can go and you can pick up a kit and come home, paint it, bring it back, and they'll glaze and fire it. But I didn't know if I'd get around to doing that as well, so I just decided to take that box out and put in make a doll for Kira. So I have been following this account on Instagram called Nina Hook Creations, and she posts her designs. There's these little dolls, and I just really like the look of them. I think they're really, really, really sweet. And when I went on to her Ravelry page to look at all her designs, I just really liked how different they were. They had little outfits. Some of them have kind of more real hair with yarn, like threads of yarn. Other ones have like crocheted hair that's a little more, would be more friendly for younger children. And I just decided I wanted to try making one of these for Kira for Christmas as her kind of Christmas gift. Now, I know she won't be really able to play with it right away, but I think by Christmas she'll at least be able to like hold toys and interact with toys. And if she ends up liking it, then I could see making more of these patterns so that she ends up having a little collection. I'll have to see. Avery just was not into handmade toys, so eventually I just stopped making handmade toys for her. But I'm going to start with this one. And I could see this being something, if she likes them, that, you know, for Easter I make her another doll, and for her birthday I make her another doll. So I wanted to start with this Christmas with her first doll, and so I picked out, there's two I have in mind. I think one is named Natalie, one is named Sophie. If I can get the pictures, I'll pop them up so you can see them. They're just very simple, and what I liked is that they had kind of the crocheted stitched on hair, so it'll be better for her as, you know, being younger. So I changed one of my goals to that, and all the other boxes that I have, I'm pretty happy with, and we'll just have to see how it goes. So that's where I am with my bingo progress so far. If you're participating, I hope you're doing really well with your card as well. And like I said before, if you are not participating, maybe you're new to this whole idea and it sounds fun to you because you make your own goals. Like you get a card, I'll make a card for you, and you can put your own goals in there. You can join anytime during the year, so if you weren't aware of this challenge before and this sounds like it would be really fun, feel free to go to the Bling Your String Ravelry group and request a card. I will make one for you, and all you have to do is create goals that you haven't already completed for the first part of this year that you think you can finish for the second half of the year. So you're absolutely welcome to still join in. And I think that's all the knitting content that I have. I haven't heard Dennis come in. Hopefully he's still okay out there with her. She could be screaming her head off for all I know. I don't know. But let's try and close this up for a little bit. I think I'm just going to give you a tiny little update on Kira because it is 3 months. This week she turned 3 months old. And this 3 months has just gone by so fast. And I have to say, although my memory is a little foggy, I mean, it's been 8 years since Avery was a baby, I feel like Kira has been such an easy baby. She's so calm, and she just basically cries when she needs something, and then once she gets it, she's good. She calms right down. We really haven't had very many like crying fits where you just can't calm her down. There was just 1 week where she was fussy back, you know, I think she was about 6 weeks old. 1 week of fussiness, and then she's just been such a pleasant little baby, and she is getting to be where she's smiling. She wakes up with just big smiles. She's following us around with her eyes. You can see that she's taking more in. She's talking. Oh my goodness. Every night before bed, she tells me these big long stories. She's getting very, very chatty. And just the way that they start interacting with the world and with you more is just so much fun to watch. So yeah, she's just become quite the pleasure to have around, and she's just, yeah, happy baby. I've been posting pictures on Instagram. If you follow me there, you'll be able to see some of her big smiles and stuff like that. But yeah, like I said, these 3 months have gone by so fast. And I remember with Avery, the first 3 months were really, really hard. I just remember thinking, oh my goodness, what have we gotten into? And then once 3 months hit, it started to improve. And yeah, I just haven't felt that way with this one. Like, she's just been pleasant pretty much the whole way through. And hopefully, and again, it continues to improve. And hopefully this doesn't mean that she's like, you know, a horrible little child, because Avery was a more difficult baby, but she was really easy. She's still really easy. She's been a really easy child, and hopefully this doesn't mean Kira's going to be a total challenge when she hits 1 or 2 years old. Like my brother, right, Mom? Oh my goodness, I keep hearing stories about once he hit 1, he was just horrible. But anyway, so things have been going really, really well. And yeah, I think I'm going to say goodbye for now and go relieve Dennis and see how she's doing. She might be fine. She loves being outside. But that is it for now. I hope you have a wonderful week or two until I see you next. I am hoping to record right before my birthday, which is in the middle of the month. So hopefully I will be able to do that. And yeah, I hope you just have a great week and enjoy whatever you are working on. So until next time, I will talk to you again soon.